What is the world's dumbest problem? Food waste is the world's dumbest problem. In the words of Dana Gunthers, of all of the challenging problems, reducing the amount of food we waste is the easiest. If you find yourself saying yes to any of the following question, then this relates to you. Do you skip over the less shiny fruits and vegetables in the supermarket and pick something else? Do you ever order lunch and not eat the rice, salad, or fruit and then decide to also not take it home? Do you ever find yourself cleaning your fridge and see food that is rotten and needs to get thrown away? How about for your freezer? The article Save Food Global Initiative on Food Loss and Waste Reduction states that every year consumers in rich countries waste almost 222 million tons of food. That's as much as the entire food production of sub Saharan Africa, which is 230 million tons. Therefore, yes, living in the US makes us part of the problem. All of us have seen or participated in some of those 222 million tons of food wasted yearly. As you all may have noticed, I will be discussing the excessive and unnecessary waste of food. According to the chart shared in the article, Which Countries Waste the Most Food, we can see how North America takes the lead in the race of most food wasted by production and consumers. It is hard to consider how the earth is to produce for the estimated 9 billion people that will be forming the population of 2050 if currently one third of the global food production is lost or wasted. As per the article, one third of all food is wasted on UNRIC.org. Hunger statistics show 795 million people in the world do not eat enough. This is equivalent to 1 in every 9 people that do not eat well or eat at all. It is hard to concentrate on the well being of the future population of Earth if currently about 2 billion people could be fed with the world's food waste but aren't. According to worldvision.org, part of the problem, as earlier mentioned, is the production of food. USDA.org estimates that between 30 and 40% of the food goes to waste without even making it out of the supermarket. However, who do we blame if the food makes it to our home and our restaurants and then gets wasted? If we are the blame, how do we fix it? We, the consumers, have the power to change and turn these despicable numbers of dissipated food around, and this is how. My suggestion is smaller plates, smaller fridges, and donations. As Dana Gunther in the video, Food Waste is the World's Dumbest Problem says, there are so many things that can be changed, not just in us as the buyers and consumers, but also subliminally by our sellers. The video explains that consumers make up 43% of food waste. So, if as individuals we can make a small change in our lives, then we are already collaborating at correcting the problem and making the above suggested work. How big are your dinner plates state that plates have grown by 36% since the 1960s. As for refrigerators, they have also grown about 15% since 1970. This creates a conflict for us psychologically because researchers show that though we enjoy white space in decoration or design, it doesn't always work the same for our plates of food or the groceries we do to fill our fridge. Therefore, logically, if we have less space to fill, we will need to buy less and lower the risk of unnecessary waste that is not consumed after being purchased and sitting in your home. A great supporting example of this change is the Santa Barbara campus of the University of California. After noticing all the food the students wasted because of their mindless want to fill their trays of food they didn't even consider if they would eat, in 2009, the trades ended up being eliminated. That alone reduced 50% of food waste per person per plate. Though the change was minimal, it created a big impact. Another change that has helped is to serve those portions smaller, more accurate to what a person should be eating, causing there to be less leftover food on a student's plate. My third option to help resolve this crisis is donation. The article Where Does Leftover Food Goes explains that almost 10% of all fresh food gets never gets sold. And that's just talking about the food that actually makes it into the shelves. The Environmental Protection Agency gets more detailed that in 2006 supermarkets reported a loss of 8.4% of fruits and veggies, 8.9% of all meats and seafood. If we could repurpose the unwanted food, this would create a bigger impact in the food waste percentages. I personally enjoy asking for a doggy bag and handing it out after I head out to a restaurant to any homeless person. I know we're not in, I know we're not entitled, careless, and unconscious people here. Sometimes it's just easy to forget and have the idea that all that lost food is just in the back of our minds. For a second, let's close our eyes and imagine handling a little bruised apple or a burger that you didn't eat to any of the children that appear in the Help You UNICEF commercials. Can you see it? The faces of their children and our guiltless conscience would you would have knowing that you have opted for not being an active part of our current global waste of food. If we have smaller fridges, we have less food to put on our smaller plates. And that's helping our food reduction. But going even a step further, we would be thinner and healthier too. Wouldn't you guys like that? Addressing our country's overeating problem and playing an active role in food donations for the needy is where we could be if we took steps towards some of these changes. Would you guys like to know when and where to donate? Gaining knowledge of how easy it is to help our community and the rest of the world is the first step and the easiest. Visit the Environmental Agency website to see how and where you can fit donations into your schedule. By becoming part of any of the helping organizations, you will create a path to follow for our younger generations. Now, who can agree with me that food waste is the dumbest world problem? After today, can you also agree that in comparison to all the other world problems, this one is the easiest to make changes in your personal life and help reduce? I think so. To everyone, thank you.